Yeah. But yeah, good interview. I did want to mention something locally, if that's okay.
Sure.
I paid attention to the city council meeting. I watched it last night.
Oh, yeah.
From home. I didn't go, obviously.
Right.
I'm watching and I'm paying attention. And there were some things that I took away from it. And, you know, I just stay with the same thing, and I really don't think that the city needs to be led in that direction, and I don't think that we should go into this ethics hearing, because everything that I've researched about it, I've researched, you know, the conflict of interest involved in this ethics committee. It's crazy. And that's the first thing that should be looked at when a body is formed. A committee is formed, an ethics committee is formed to come against a man's character or their work ethic. If you're going to come after somebody like that, if there's conflict of interest, you need to get rid of them. I believe Mr. Jennings is a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
And now I believe there's even grounds, if they want to be serious about this and if things are going to really play out, I think there should be an ethics committee formed against Jeff Smith for even getting into this. This is unprecedented. We've never, in 20 years of you being mayor, this was never done.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand that. I don't think it's good for the city. I'm just a constituent. I'm just a voter. But I am gonna petition the people. And I just think this is wrong. I think there's a lot going on in this world right now. We're on the brink of nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need this drama. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I think the whole matter, and I'm not sure where council's going. They've decided to have a hearing, but they don't have any legal counsel themselves because the city attorney and her law firm have recused themselves, and yet apparently last night she was still giving them advice. I don't know who's giving advice to who, and of course Councilman Olney told us on the phone this morning that he gets his advice from ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence app. So, I don't know, maybe I don't know what's going on down there.
I just believe this is a mess.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I think that another thing is, this City of Walk, this, mini page that's up.
Right.
Mrs. Campo Pierce has come out in support of that page, or anybody on that council. They should have been saying, you know, whoever runs that site, they should not be backing that site up whatsoever. The meetings this morning I woke up to were about Puff Diddy and a local pedophile that was convicted. And here they are. That site is making fun of that local pedophile and calling him a snitch. Calling him a federal snitch because he got 6 years. Now if you're going to be talking about...
All right. Is that the guy who was putting... Is that the guy with the electric outlets, or?
What's that?
Is that the guy who was putting the electrical outlets in a house?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well,
I'm telling you, every time I plug in something, I look.
Yeah, they probably took it down because I've already called city council. I'm irate about that because that's discourse that we don't need in this community, Mr. Graham.
Okay.
We don't need discourse like that. We don't need a Watertown City meaning page. They say and at one time they had the city of Watertown sealed.
Right.
You know, so I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you.
I'm really thankful you give me the time to speak my view on this issue.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling. All right. You have a good day. Bye now. Yeah. I mean, interesting points. The whole meme page, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's on Facebook, which is social media. A lot of people look at it, some don't. But it's a page that's been running as a running commentary on city affairs, and they have little cartoonish figures called memes and all of that. And it's clever at one level, but on the other hand, it certainly drags everyone down. And it's widely suspected that elements within the city or city council are behind it, and they're vehemently anti-Cliff Olney. Now, Cliff Olney was elected. Somebody say, well, they want to fire him. They can't fire him. He's elected. Now, they claim they have this process where they can expel him from the council. He can still run again next year. You know, the Supreme Court's addressed that. You can't just keep people off the ballot because you don't want to have a contested race. So he can run again next year, and he will. I don't know. I mean, I think and when is this hearing going to occur? It's October 22nd. They don't have a lawyer representing the city. You'd have to find one, and then that person would have to acquaint themselves with the facts and research it and blah, blah, blah with the clock running. And then you got the holidays mixed in, and then all of a sudden you're in 2025 and you have an election campaign going on. How the hell do you think you're going to hold this hearing? Frankly. And we understand the city is unable to find any legal counsel. Nobody wants it. I'm sure somebody will take it. But if it's from another city, man, the expense is going to be a lot more than this 10,000 figure that was thrown out there. Interesting. All right, let's take a call. Good afternoon. You're on the air.